Off the tree. Okay. And under the tree there, well, sorry. Someone can hold it up. There's a whole bunch of them here. And this is a legume. That's a legume fruit type. It's a pod, like a pea pod. And these don't crack open that easily, unfortunately, but if you break it open, there are seeds inside. Okay? And so what I'm trying to tell you is this is a legume. Legumes are the pea family. This is the pea family. Beans, peas, that kind of thing. So this is a flowering plant. What's the phylum? Anthophida. You guys ever had carob? You know what carob is? C-A-R-O-B. Carob, C-A-R-O-B. You guys never had carob peanuts or fake chocolate chips? You know what I'm talking about? Maybe, maybe not. It's a chocolate substitute. This is a carob tree. And those pods, if they were if there were some nice fresh ones, or if someone could reach up and grab a nice dark one, you can eat them. And they're a little bit pippy, but they're very sweet. The pulp in the pod, actually in the wall, that's the ovary wall, is very sweet. And they extract something called carob powder out of it, and they use it as a chocolate substitute. That's not mature. It's got to be a dark one. I'm not eating a young one. Get it?
Jason would be the one to grab one.
Like, actually. So carob is... Let's see if I can get through this talk. Carob is made from the pod. The seeds... Those are ground up, and they get a thing called carob bean gum or locust bean gum out of that. That's used to make processed foods. And this tree, I'll give you the genus, Ceratonia, C-E-R-A-T-O-N-I-A. C-E-R-A-T-O-N-I-A, Sera. What's Sera mean? Horn. And it's hard to tell right now, but when the fruits are really tiny, they look like little horns sticking up out of the flowers. Okay? So Ceratonia refers to the little pods when they're young, looking like horns. The epithet is siliqua, S-I-L-I-Q-U-A. S-I-L-I-Q-U-A. Siliqua means podded, refers to the pods they have. Ceratonia siliqua, the carob tree. Where is it from? It's from the Middle East in the Fertile Crescent region, places like Somalia. Places like Somalia is where you would find the carob tree in its native habitat. They're grown all over the world because they're very pretty, they're very tough, they can handle wind, smog, salt, heat, just about anything. They're real survivors. And being from that part of the world, they end up being mentioned in the Bible. This is one of the biblical plants. And in the Bible, this is called a locust tree. Like I said, locust bean gum is what they make from the seeds. So when John the Baptist lived on locusts and wild honey, does that make more sense now? He was not eating grasshoppers. He was eating the pods of this tree. Okay? Another one is the prodigal son. This is not Sunday school. However, these are botanical stories. In the Bible, there's the prodigal son. He guys know the story? Well, he he was a good guy, but he turned bad, and he was an ungrateful child. Anyway, he got really destitute and poor and hungry, and in those days, these pods were pig food. They were fed to pigs, and he got so desperate he was tempted to eat a locust pod. That's how poor. From a nobleman's son to eating pig food, that's how far he fell. So that's mentioned there. It's also mentioned in the Old Testament. There's a story of a rabbi living in a cave for 7 years and living off of a locust tree and a spring of water. So there are 3 places, at least in the Bible, this tree gets mentioned. Today you'll see it planted as an ornamental, and also it's common along the freeways because it can handle the pollution and the wind. And there's another carob tree over there near the Kinkos. And I got so confused for when I first started working here. This one makes the pods and that one doesn't. Never figure it out. Until I realized these are unisexual trees. This is a girl tree. It's a boy tree over there. That one makes pollen, this makes the fruits. Some flowering plants are that way. And this is one of them. Okay, so now you know about the carob tree.